In the stillness of the night, where shadows dance and the moon casts an eerie glow, the world seems to hold its breath. At this time, the quietude that envelops the atmosphere is almost deafening. It feels as though, for a few fleeting moments, the world is holding its breath in anticipation. The darkness of the night takes on an ethereal quality, becoming a canvas on which the mind's fears and curiosities are painted. It is in this setting that the imagination dares to venture into the realm of the unknown, into the very fabric of our fears and fantasies. The whispering winds, like the ancient poets of yore, narrate tales that have been passed down through generations. These tales, some dark, some mysterious, some pure fantasy, have pricked the interest of the brave and the curious. They speak of haunted graveyards where spirits roam and the past refuses to stay buried. Graveyards where reality intertwines with the supernatural, creating a chilling spectacle that is as fascinating as it is terrifying. Today, we delve headlong into the chilling lore of America's most haunted graveyards, embarking on a spectral journey that promises to put our nerve to test. Our first stop on this spectral journey takes us to the historic St. Louis Cemetery, number 1 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Established in the late 18th century, this graveyard is steeped in history. It is the final resting place of many notable figures whose lives have shaped the course of history. But it is not the illustrious dead, the famous and the influential, that lend this place its chilling reputation. Rather, it's the spirit of Marie Laveau, the voodoo queen of New Orleans. A figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue, her tomb is said to be the most haunted in the cemetery. Visitors to the cemetery often report sightings of her ghost and other strange occurrences that defy explanation. They speak of a chilling presence, a sensation of being watched, and of disembodied voices whispering in the wind. Her tomb is said to be the most haunted in the cemetery, with many reporting sightings of her ghost and other strange occurrences. Embarking on our adventure northward, we land at an intriguing destination, the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, nestled in the vibrant city of Chicago, Illinois. This cemetery, though small in size, harbors an enormous wealth of stories, mysteries, and unsolved riddles. This abandoned and almost forgotten graveyard has been a focal point of numerous chilling tales, eerie legends, and hair-raising reports of paranormal activities since the early years of the 20th century. This peculiar place, wrapped in an aura of the supernatural, has been a hub for alleged sightings of ghostly figures who seem to inhabit this realm that blurs the line between the living and the departed. Visitors and locals alike have reported witnessing an array of paranormal manifestations. There are tales of phantom vehicles that appear and disappear into the ether, contributing to the eerie atmosphere of this forsaken graveyard. People speak in hushed whispers about apparitions that seem to inhabit the area, casting a spectral light over the whole cemetery. Adding to the mystery and allure of this place is the legend of a spectral farmhouse. According to the local lore, this phantom structure has been sighted on numerous occasions, standing as a silent witness to the strange happenings in this graveyard. This ethereal farmhouse, appearing in the dead of night only to with the first light of dawn, has become a significant part of the cemetery's haunting narrative. However, amidst the plethora of ghostly tales, one apparition stands out and has almost become the face of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. This is the legendary White Lady, also known as the Madonna of Bachelor's Grove. Often seen cradling a baby in her arms, she is believed to wander the cemetery, forever trapped in her spectral existence. Her frequent sightings have shrouded the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery in a veil of mystery and fascination, making it a must-visit for anyone intrigued by the supernatural. The third on our list is the infamous Salem Witch Trials Memorial in Salem, Massachusetts, a landmark of historic importance, draped in an aura of mystery and intrigue. This memorial is a testament to a dark period in history that leaves an indelible imprint on the psyche of all who visit. It stands in the heart of Salem, a city renowned for its witch trials that took place in the late 17th century. The memorial is a somber reminder of the 20 innocent lives that were brutally taken under the false allegations witchcraft, each life extinguished, each spirit silenced, marked by the engraved slabs bearing the names of the accused and the corresponding dates of execution. all accused were individuals who had once lived and breathed in the very city where this memorial stands today. Visitors are drawn to this place, not only for its historical significance, but also to pay their respects. It's as if the site is calling out to them, urging them to remember the tragedy that unfolded within its borders. The atmosphere is heavy with the weight of unjust deaths. People, swept by an inexplicable wave of emotion, have reported an overwhelming sense of sadness and despair. The essence of the past seems to linger here, making the memorial more than just a physical structure. It is a living, breathing entity that carries the echoes of those who were falsely accused. Visitors often speak of paranormal encounters, of seeing apparitions believed to be the spirits of the executed. Others have heard hushed whispers on the wind, as if the silenced voices are still trying to tell their stories. It's there, right in the middle of modern-day Salem, where the energy of the past collides with the present. The Salem Witch Trials Memorial, a haunting reminder that we should never forget the lessons of history and the terrible cost of ignorance and fear. Visitors have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness and despair, along with sightings of apparitions and hearing hushed whispers on the wind. Venturing further westwards, we discover an intriguing location steeped in history and mystery, the Boot Hill Cemetery situated in the sun-baked town of Tombstone, Arizona. This old, eerie graveyard carries tales of the infamous Wild West, a time of outlaws and lawmen, of gold rushes and saloon brawls, of cowboys riding into the sunset. It clings onto a vivid piece of America's past and whispers stories of those who once roamed these lands, their spirits now said to roam here in death. Nestled in the vast, arid landscapes, the Boot Hill Cemetery is a relic of a bygone era, a time when men were made from the grit of the land. This Wild West graveyard, with its weather-beaten tombstones and dusty trails, is rumored to be haunted by the ghostly figures of outlaws and cowboys, their spectral presences often sighted under the shroud of darkness. As the sun dips below the horizon, the cemetery comes alive with whispers of the past. Shadows dance on the tombstones, the wind howls, and one can almost hear the jangle of spurs, the rustle of leather chaps, the creak of saddle leather, and the soft nickering of horses. It feels as if time here has stood still, trapped in the era of the Wild West, refusing to let go of its spectral inhabitants. Among these spectral inhabitants, one ghostly figure garners much attention. His legend, much like the man himself in life, stands tall and formidable. This is the restless apparition of Marshal Fred White, a lawman for his bravery and dedication. His tale is a tragic one, cut short by a bullet fired by a cowboy known by the moniker Curly Bill Brocious. It was a ghastly accident that led to the premature demise of the good Marshal. The story goes that Curly Bill, in a state of inebriation, fired his revolver in reckless abandon, tragically striking Marshal White. The incident marked a grim chapter in the history of Tombstone, a town already steeped in tales of gunfights and lawlessness. The ghost of Marshal Fred White now allegedly wanders the Boot Hill Cemetery in Tombstone, Arizona, his spirit unable to find rest, forever tied to the place of his untimely demise. The most famous ghost is that of Marshal Fred White, who was accidentally shot by a cowboy named Curly Bill Brocious. Our final destination is the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles, California. While it might seem glamorous with its famous inhabitants, many claim this graveyard is anything but. Apparitions of Rudolph Valentino, Virginia Rappi, and Clifton Webb are just a few of the spirits said to haunt this famous cemetery. In summary, these graveyards are not just repositories of the dead, they are places where history, tragedy, and the supernatural intertwine. From the Voodoo Queen's tomb in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 to the spectral farmhouse in Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, from the sorrowful Salem Witch Trials Memorial to the wild ghosts of Boot Hill Cemetery, and the famous apparitions of Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Each carries its own unique, chilling tales. So as we leave these spectral grounds, remember, every graveyard has a story to tell. A story that continues to unfold, long after the sun has set and the world has gone to sleep. And while we may not fully understand these tales from the other side, they continue to captivate us, reminding us that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried.